All right, I wanted to make this video today because I feel like there are a lot of people out there that are like me, and they find themselves at that point in their life where you're getting closer to retirement age, but you're not quite there and you're not ready to retire. But you get put into a situation where you're losing your job, or you're like me and you make a choice to leave your job after a long time because I wasn't going to take less pay. I absolutely was not going to continue to work 10 hours a day and have them take a third of my paycheck. It just wasn't going to do it. So I decided to find something different. And I think there are a lot of us that find ourselves in this situation and we don't know what to do. I freaked out. Like, I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no knowledge of what was going on out there in the world. I was in dentistry for 35 years. Like, that's all I knew. Whenever we were in high school, if you're a millennial, if you're, I'm in my 50s, if you're like me, we were just taught that you went to high school, you graduated, and you went into the workforce, or you went to college and then you went into the workforce. We didn't know back then, we didn't have the options that we do now, but we weren't even told about being an entrepreneur, working for ourselves, starting our own business, unless that was how you were raised. But we were just taught, you go into the workforce. But the world is a different place right now. And if you are someone who is in your 40s or older and you're finding yourself in a situation where you don't like your job, you're scared you're going to lose your job, you just want to work from home. You want more time with your family, with your kids or grandkids, because that was me. I am raising my little grandson, and when I chose to leave my job back in November of 23, I knew I was not going to go back to a job. I wasn't going to go back to a 9-to-5. I was going to find a way to earn from home. Now, in my mind, I was thinking that I was going to go online and search and find someone who would pay me to work for them, but I would just do the job from home, and that way I could have more time with my grandson. But what I found when I started looking around is that I could actually start my own business. I could work for myself, and that was never on my radar. And when I heard that, I absolutely knew that that's what I was going to do. Now, as I tell you this, I want you to know that it hasn't been easy. Like, the last year and a half has not been easy. But for someone like me who had no tech experience, like, I had never made videos, I had never gone live on social media, I didn't even know what a funnel was, I didn't know about websites and all that. Like, I didn't know any of that stuff. So if I can do this, then you absolutely can do it also. But how I got started is I went online and searched, and I found someone who was talking about a course that she was promoting. And I jumped on it because I thought, hey, that sounds great. And it was really good at teaching me, how to do these things, how to create videos, how to make content, how to attract your customers and not be out there just pounding the pavement, and being able to work again from home just a little bit every day. And it has taught me a lot. Now, it also teaches you things like, I don't necessarily want to resell a course, even if I have master resale rights. There's nothing wrong with that. It just taught me that that's not what I wanted. I've always known that I was meant to help people. I always knew that I was meant to use my voice to share with others, things that I have learned in my life. And you have that also. You have that ability. All of us, we have lived lives. We have lots of life experiences. And there are a lot of people out there who could benefit from your knowledge, your life experiences. So let me give you an example. As my kids were growing up, I was working in the dental office. I was a dental hygienist, and they were going through some stuff as teenagers, right? And it affects you. You can't help but it not affect you because you're their parent. And I would have people come into the office and be sharing with me about their kids, because our kids would go to get school together or knew each other, or maybe they didn't know each other, but I knew my patients from being at this office for so many years. You start to learn about people, and we start sharing information and stories. And Obviously it's not with everyone, it's just with certain people. And I began to realize, like, these people are going through some of the very same things that I'm going through. So me sharing my story with them was helping them to not feel alone and kind of help give them guidance. And also for me, the same thing helps me to feel like, well, I'm not alone in this. Like, I'm not the only one that's going through these things. Because sometimes you do feel like you're alone and you feel like nobody else can really understand, when the reality is there are lots of people out there that are going through very similar situations. So I've always known that I was meant to share my stories, lend my voice to help other people so that they know that they're not the only ones that are going through these similar things, even though sometimes they seem very hard. So when I found this platform and I realized that on this particular YouTube platform, this is where people come and they search for problem solving. That's what people do on this platform, right? My husband utilizes this platform all the time in order to find recipes on how to barbecue. He's searching for the lasers to make things. He's looking for all kinds of stuff, golf, fishing, right? This is where people come. And so I start asking myself, like, Norma, why are you not utilizing this platform? This is exactly where you're meant to be. So I'm here, guys, to get my channel up and going in order to help you and just help you to understand that you're not alone. And if you have questions for me, put them out there. Please, I'm here to help. As I get a little bit more in depth with my videos, you're gonna learn more about me. But again, I was in dentistry for 35 years. I left my job after my boss came to me one day and told me he was gonna cut my pay and change my title and all of this. He didn't say I was going to be working less hours, so I said no. So I decided to leave after I'd been at that job for 22 years. It was very difficult. It was a huge lifestyle change for me. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm the happiest that I have been in a very long time. And again, I'm raising my little grandson, so you're going to hear more stories about raising grandkids. So if you're someone out there that's raising your grandchild or multiple grandchildren, we're going to have conversations about that also. So I just wanted to hop in and give a little bit of an update on me, kind of what my story is, what my platform is about. Why am I doing this? Because of the monetization, guys. YouTube, that's the place to go. So subscribe to my channel, like this video, come along on the journey with me. If you are someone over 40 and you're thinking, what the heck is this woman doing? You know what? I'm going after that passive income, guys. And if you want that passive income also, if you don't know what it is, go look it up. Or I'll tell you real quick, because I didn't know what it was until I got into the online space and I saw people talking about passive income. I'm like, what the heck's passive income? Why don't I know what that means? Because I was at the dental office for 35 years, working 10 hours a day, and I didn't have time to know what any of that stuff was. But guys, passive income is income that you earn with little to no effort. Even when you're sleeping, taking your dog for a walk at the park, going and playing with your grandkids, on a vacation, you can be earning income. That's what I wanted. So I'm jumping in there, guys. So learn how to monetize your YouTube account. If you don't have one, start one. That would be my first advice. Start a YouTube channel and just start learning. Follow me. I will be glad to walk you through it. And, let's have some fun. Let's not only earn passive income, let's have fun doing it also.